Hey, what's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com. Coming back to you with another video. I'm here with Vinny.
What's going on, man?
Man, that was a great little...
You chopped there, I chopped you.
Oh, that was awesome.
It was like a double chop.
Here with Vinny. Vinny is a expert toy seller. Been selling toys on eBay for over 2.5 years. How does that feel to be called an expert?
You got me by surprise there because I don't think anybody's an expert on anything. Obviously, that's
There's always something more to learn.
Yeah, that's the title you give somebody who has a lot of knowledge, but there always is still. I'm learning every day. I just learned something new today.
Yeah, so you've been selling toys for a couple of years now. You're doing a little, somewhere around $4,000 a month on average. Sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down.
And that's gross. That's
just what are profit margins typically on toys?
Profit margins are pretty high. I mean,
probably over 50%.
Yeah, on average, I'm getting this stuff for $1, $2, $3. Rarely I'm spending more than $5-10 on any toy.
Yeah, so let's just put it this way: you're pretty much making just as much money selling toys on eBay as you are your full-time job.
Yes.
Probably more at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, so in this video, what we're going to be talking about is a topic that a lot of people have been asking about behind the scenes. When this video goes live, it's probably going to be close to October, and you know what that means: fourth quarter, October, November, December. That's the fourth quarter of the year, and when it comes to selling toys, ish gets hot.
Yeah, it's the best time for toy sales.
So we want to talk about in this video some advice for the folks who are watching who want to get started with toys in quarter four. We're going to talk about some of the best toys to sell, some tips, some tricks, and just give you some advice for preparing and making the most money during fourth quarter. Now, before we get into that, I want to let you guys know real quick, we have a new guide that is, it might have already released. I'm not sure when this video is going to go live, but I'm pretty sure it's still going to be on pre-order. We're launching a new guide called Exposed on October 15th. So before then, it's going to be on pre-order, 25% off. So we'll put links down below. But do you want to tell people what that guide's all about?
So that guide is revealing my top 100 toys within the last 90 days that I've sold for a pretty good profit. It's going to also break down the gaps between how I listed it, the keywords I used, my listing strategy, my description strategy, and anything else that I thought would be of value of somebody going from buying these toys to now I gotta list these toys.
And the only reason we created this guide is because so many people bought our other guides, Top Secret Toys and Toy Brand Profits, and we surveyed them, we were talking to them behind the scenes, we've done some coaching, and one of the most common problems that people have when they get into toys is they buy all this stuff and then they're like, crap, what do I do? How do I lot things up? What keywords? How do I learn about it? How do I price? How do I do all these things? So we really just plucked all the gold nuggets out and put it into a guide. So definitely check that out, but we'll talk more about it later on. But for now, let's kind of dive into some fourth quarter talk. So obviously, like you said, Vinny, fourth quarter, that's when toys are going to take off more than normal during the year. Is there a different strategy that you or some of the viewers should have when moving into and being in fourth quarter?
Well, to kind of make the best point is fourth quarter is when you majority of the time want to get your sealed stuff up there. So anything you have new sealed that's a
that's
toy,
gonna be a gift.
Get it up there. Put everything else on hold and get those gifts up there. And if you do have a lot of listings like action figures, cars, planes, popular movies that came out, or stuff like that, those are big things during the holiday seasons too.
So focus on mainstream toys, you would say, or maybe another way to say it is mainstream toys will sell a little faster, maybe for a little more money during that time because of supply and demand. Would you agree with that statement?
Yeah, and you can even go into the current toys you have that are sealed and raise them up a couple bucks as well and see if that helps.
How much are these toys going to sell for? How much extra do they typically sell for during fourth quarter? Is it like a 5% boost, 10%, 20%?
It all depends on how available a toy is, how much it's wanted, and if they can find another one. Everybody's seen them, well, not everybody, but most people have seen the movie Turbo Man and how crazy that dad went to get that one toy. It's kind of the same concept.
Yeah.
It's just, so most of the time they can be marked up 10 to 20% from what people would see in stores and stuff like that.
Is that going to start in October, or is that going to be closer, like November, December, getting closer and closer to Christmas?
Well, people are getting in the theme of getting early and earlier for things.
Yeah.
I mean, Halloween decorations were already being called for in August.
Gosh.
From some customers from eBay.
Yeah.
So they were looking to get some Halloween. So it's going to be around October is the first wave. But then you're going to have your November buyers, and then you're also going to have your late December buyers too, looking for quick. And I think that's when you'll make good monies, because they're just, the late buyers, the procrastinators, are just trying to grab stuff as quick as they can.
Does your psychology or your strategy in terms of how you're listing your items change at all when it comes to fourth quarter? For example, right now you're doing a lot of lots.
Yeah.
Are you switching over to more individual items during fourth quarter, knowing that people are buying more gifts, maybe more one-offs, more impulse buys, or does that not really change for you?
It doesn't change much. I mostly do auctions, and the thing I will change around Christmas time that I'll do buy it nows, because
I was gonna just
because of the urgency.
Yeah.
If someone says, "Oh, 7 days," like if it's not Christmas, I don't mind waiting 7 days. And I don't think most people do mind waiting the 7 days to finish. But when you get closer to Christmas, there's so much urgency in everybody that you want to do a little bit more buy it nows. Yeah, I still have some auctions here and there, but I do price more stuff at buy it nows.
Okay.
I will keep things in lots, because the average consumer nowadays likes more stuff for cheaper.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. And they feel like they're getting a better deal, because they're thinking back, well, 2 years ago I bought this for 50, and now I can get 10 times the quantity for 25.
I could add to my son's set. He was
Yeah.
excited last year about them. Maybe I can't find this toy new seal anymore, but I can find 10 of them in a lot. So yeah, I keep the lots going, because I think no matter the time of year, the lots are attractive.
Any other tips you have for what people should focus on for the types of toys? I mean, Zach, pan around a little bit. We got Playmobil, we got action figures, Disney, we got all types of stuff. Like, what should people focus on?
You want to focus on who's going to be buying, the consumer at this point. So you've got parents buying kids for kids, people buying for collectors,
Okay.
and maybe collectors treating themselves because they're getting in the toy mood with their buying their kids stuff. So you still got those three customers, and then now you break that down even more. You want to try to focus on boys and girls toys, dolls, action figures, cars, pets. You know, anything that kids are loving, and movable battery operated parts are kind of hot and in right now.
Okay. So you kind of touched on it. Make sure that when you're creating your lots, and we talked about it in one of our previous videos, theme them up, because people might be going for all Scooby-Doo stuff, or they might be all going for Goofy items or Disney items, right? Or
so, for example, I threw up a lot of animals, mixed animals, and I had 2 dolphins, 2 whales, a couple starfish, and a squid in there, right? And some guy messaged me and said, my daughter loves sea animals. I would like to get just the sea animals from you. And he asked me if I split it up for just the sea animals. Obviously, it depends on the price he's willing to give me for me to pull it out.
Yeah,
but,
how do you work that? Go through that scenario.
Well, if some guy does that, I would say, well, you're going to ask me to break down my lot. I'm going to have to end my listing. I'm going to have to relist the stuff after.
And that costs you money to list it up again.
So I'm going to want to make this X amount plus shipping or not with shipping, and then that's the offer I'd throw back at them.
What was the lot going for? What were you asking for, if you could remember?
$10 plus shipping.
So 10 plus shipping. So it's not really a lot of money. So to just pull out those, what do they want for $3, you know?
Yeah, so if I can get $5 plus shipping, I would do that, because now I'm selling a tiny piece of my lot for half of what I'm asking.
How is it even worth your time? I mean, I'm thinking it. I know others are thinking it. It's a $5 lot. Like, are these all like bonus items? You've already made your nut. You've already made your money on other items?
Like we've talked about in other videos, these animals were not something I went out and seek.
Oh, okay.
They were kind of my
people are going to be
junk
watching this like, this is a bunch of baloney. I'm not going to be selling $5 items, but these are some of the things that you've already made your profit. And it's kind of the leftovers that you're just kind of pushing out the door.
Yeah.
So it's pure profit in a sense.
And I'm pretty quick now, so that's how I analyze what I'm going to do. So for me to make that $5, all I have to do is pull out the sea animals, put them in a box, tape it, close it, print the label, and ship it out.
Got it.
Now I can take the animals and put them aside again and wait for more animals to make it a little bit bigger lot. You know, it's not a big deal. So I was going to get $10 for the whole thing. If I could take a little piece of it, get 5.
Yeah, for sure.
And it doesn't take me too much time. It's not like I have to do so much to get that $5.
And it's not like you're trying to like figure out how things work. You've been doing this for 2.5 years. You've probably made every mistake in the book. It's just, you're getting the results.
And and this is a point I like to make, is a lot of people shy away from smalls, but smaller stuff, like if I'm putting one action figure for $6 and I'm only making $1, but it takes me 3 minutes to picture it and list it and 3 minutes to ship it, now I'm making $5 every 6 minutes. So in an hour, what does that equate to?
Yeah.
How much am I making an hour? $50 an hour?
Yeah.
So even though some small things may be unattractive to people, you can do more volume.
Yeah.
You can have more sales. You can go to a more niche customer base, and it works. And that's where I make half of that money that I'm making is off smalls, but I'm getting 10 sales a day.
And can I touch on another point that's beneficial selling smalls? A lot of smalls are really popular items. Like a lot of these smalls are really popular that are in your store, and they might not make a lot of money, but a great tip I could give you guys is have a percentage of items in your eBay store that maybe aren't making you a ton of money, but they're kind of like loss leaders in a sense. A lot of retail stores do it, like Target. They'll sell items at a loss to bring everybody in, knowing that a certain percentage of people are going to buy something else. So the same applies for an eBay store. If you get enough traffic coming in, you might not make a ton of money on the front end, but that traffic on the back end is going to take some more things, buy some more things, and that's a common practice in retail stores that you can also utilize as well in your online store.
And studies have shown, and marketing has shown, that when you offer more of a spectrum to buyers, you pull in more sales. So I have 3 different tiers of the way I price items. I have my individuals that are expensive, that are high, or lots that are high. I have my medium sales around 10 to 20, and then I have my smalls about $7 to $10. So you're pulling in more potential customers.
Because some people are only going to want to spend,
more impressions, more clicks, more heat, more best matches, more algorithm hits. What I'm saying is, don't do all. I don't do all smalls, or I'm waiting for only the big price items, or I only want to do the medium.
It all comes
stuff.
Together.
Just a spectrum.
And then you want to know where the magic happens when you start to mix that with running a sale and a sponsored ad. You bring all those things together.
Yeah. I mean, that's how I kind of got where I am now, is following that formula, and that will also be explained in the guide as well.
Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed this video, smash that like button, show some love. Check out our new guide. It's on pre-order. It's called Exposed, and we go ahead and we expose 100 of Vinny's top toys that he sold in the last 90 days, and we break down all the secrets that pertain to his listings, his descriptions, his titles, his search engine optimization, why he listed it the way he did. There's a lot of psychology behind it, so it'll be well worth your time to check that out. And also we have some other guides, top secret toys, toy brand profits. I'll drop it all down below, but hey, appreciate you guys. Get prepared for fourth quarter. This opportunity comes once a year, and you want to jump on it. So
yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.